size of the water here. We've got this lovely stream, and I love the way it goes up underneath that little walkway, and there's the tree there. So we've got leading line taking us through the scene up to the bridge and the tree. Lovely green, and I think that will really translate nicely if the sun comes out. I have actually just taken a photograph, and the camera we've got today is the Maxim 9000, Minolta Maxim 9000, and I've got the 35-105 lens, and I've gone for a 1/3 of a second to try and blur some of this water. I would like to try another viewpoint, another setting, and that was at f16, 1/3 of a second. I'd like to try one a little bit faster and maybe not get the water so blurred, but I'll just wait for the light to come, because very nice scene, I must say. Digital contact sheet time. Reviewing the images and deciding which image to print. I clearly had a very good time with the Minolta 9000 AF, and this time I was using a different film. I was using Ilford Pan F 50 ISO, and I had used the whole roll, so clearly I was enjoying myself. So I've done an initial culling of those 36 or 8 images that I took, and now I'm just going to take you through some of the final few. And the first image, I don't think I'll print it, but from a technical point of view, I like the way that the Pan F has rendered the image. It was being lit by the sun, and with the moss on it, it really looked in green. It looked really good, and well, just bring it down. It really has done a good job, both camera and film, but I don't think I'll be printing that one. So don't save. This is a potential contender, I think, for printing. I do like the way it's come out. I think I'd have to do a little bit of a tweak. Let's just do a curves adjustment. I think I need to tone down this area here. It's a bit too bright, I think. So if we make it slightly darker here, and I'm making it more light, I don't think that's a good idea either, is it really? So yeah, something like that maybe from a digital perspective. So whether I would have to burn that in other words, I'd have to expose it a bit longer than the rest of the image. So whatever time, maybe give it an extra second or something like that, just to tone that down. I'd have to kind of shield the image with my hand. So would that be interesting to see if I can do that. Moving on. Yes, again, I like the tones, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It's a nice, but I think I have to be critical, so nope, that's not going to make it. Again, another waterfall. Waterfalls clearly were a thing that I had opportunity to take, but again, I think there's too much space between little bits of the water here, so I think, again, I'm going to be very critical and say no in view of this image. I do like this, but I think it would have to be cropped to make it a bit more interesting. So if I was to come in here and get rid of this, I think it's probably a little bit wasted there. Maybe something like that, a square image, makes it a bit more, gives it a bit more strength maybe. That's a potential. I think this is an image that requires a person in it, either going up to the gate, going over the stile, or in the distance, just to give it a bit of context. I could have tried, on reflection, I'd try myself next time if I get an opportunity to go there again. So I'm going to say no. Again, I like this image. I don't know what it is. I just find it difficult to put it into words, but so I just got to chop that bit off the rebate there. Like that very much. This is again another strong contender for an image. No, that didn't really work. Neither did that one. I'm brutally honest. I like the way the light has bounced off in the lens there, but no. Again, this is a nice one. The light has lit up, and obviously slightly longer exposure. This is a potential candidate, I believe. Will I just chop that bit off, get rid of that distraction. Oops, that could work. Nope, sorry. I like it, but it's not strong enough to be worthy of a print, I think. Even if I try and shorten it a bit, no, I don't think it's working, if I'm brutally honest. This one I like. I do like this one. Waited for the light to highlight the dripping water. So again, there's another potential image. This I took a long time. I walked around, up, along the bridge, to the side, but it's a bit too messy here. I do like the symmetry, and I think I could strengthen that with making it a square. That makes it a stronger image then, I think. Whether it's worthy of printing, I'm not entirely convinced. And then this one, final one. I like the way that I framed it, but I don't think it's really working. Even if I do a curves adjustment, I don't think I can really. It does make a difference, I must say. But so which one? Well, I keep coming back to this one, but I also like that one as well. So which one do I print? That one or that one? Or that one? No, let's not confuse it. I've got to make a decision. It's either that one or that one. Well, let's go into the darkroom and see what happens. Having emerged from the darkroom, I have my test strip of the waterfall, and we have a 50-second exposure, and we start at 10-second increments, or 10 seconds, 20, 30, 40, 50. And looking at the image, the detail here, it's good around sort of 40 to 50 seconds. So I think what I'm going to go for, I do like this detail here and there. I think what I'll go for is a 50-second exposure, but you may recall on the left-hand side it's quite bright, the image, and so I'm going to try and either use a piece of paper or my hands, and I will hold back the light on the right-hand side of the image, so that more light can penetrate the left-hand side and make it burn it in and make it a little bit less bright, certainly not this bright. So that's the theory, and so it's going to be 50 seconds, F11, and the 40-second mark I'll hold back the 2/3 of the right-hand side and allow light to continue to go on the left-hand side. So that's the theory, but I'm also going to introduce build on my experience from last time. I'm actually going to increase the filter factor. Normally I'd use 2, but I'm going to increase it to 4 because I quite like the sharp. I'd like this area here to be quite sharp, and the contrast and sharpness as a result of the contrast will appear. So that's what I'm aiming for. So let's see what happens. So here's the final image, and I must say I'm pleased I used the filter factor or grade, the contrast filter of 4. It's brought all this detail out really nice and sharp as I wanted to, and I'm getting there, but it's not quite what I was having in mind. It is slightly lighter looking at the screen. If I just, there we go, slightly darken it down a bit. That's actually what I'm more seeing with my eyes. I think this could have come down a bit more because we kind of have a dark area and a light area. Now whether that's a good thing, I'm not sure. I haven't built up that experience yet, but I'm pleased with the detail. As I say, the filter, the contrast filter 4, definitely was the right choice. I think it's really helped make an image, or helped create the image that I wanted. So I certainly feel as though I'm building on the experiences that I'm having, and well, there we go. So until the next time.